Attention, all passengers. Special announcement. New destinations have been announced. Please be advised and plan accordingly. All aboard.
So, good morning, everyone. Myself, Rashi Singh. I'm the cloud lead at GDSC. So, I welcome you all to the Flutter Festival. Today is the first session of the Flutter Festival. It's being conducted by the GDSC Club of Dr. D.Y. Patil Institute of Technology, Pune. So, first of all, I would like to ask how many of you already know about Flutter? Are you aware of the word Flutter or you have worked with it previously? Please type it in the chat box. Do you already know Flutter? All right. Okay. Okay, many of you are not aware of Flutter. So let's discuss what is Flutter. Okay, so let's begin with it. Basically, Flutter is an open source framework provided by the Google company for building beautiful, natively compiled multi-platform applications. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Rashi.
I think they
Yeah,
were
I got disconnected.
to your side.
Yeah.
Now you are audible.
Okay. Okay, so I'll begin again. So Flutter is an open by the Google company for building beautiful, natively compiled multi-platform applications from a single code base. So what this actually means is that you have a single code base and you can make two different apps. That means the same application, we can work on iOS also and it can work on Android as well. Okay, so the programming language that I'm talking about here is Dart programming language. So are you aware of Dart programming language? How many of you know about Dart programming language? It's by which company? Do you know that? Yeah, so Dart is basically by Google only, and it's specifically built for Flutter applications. And it's very easy to learn. I'm sure when you'll start learning about the Flutter applications, you will learn Dart. So it's very easy to get a hang of it. And I'm sure you want to enjoy it. So in some complex terms, Flutter can be called as Google's portable UI toolkit for building beautiful multi-platform applications. So Flutter supports, okay, so there's a question for you. Flutter was released in which year? Do you know that? Yeah, it was released in May 2017. Stable version, it was out in December 2018. Yeah. So, okay, so Flutter supports iOS, Android, web, Windows, Mac OS, Linux, code base. So I would like to elaborate more on some of the advantages of Flutter. So the first advantage is that it's fast. That means, when you will start building applications, the launching of your app and the navigation within your application, it's going to be really fast. So it's going to take the speed limiter of your app. So you are going to learn it when you will have an hands-on experience on it. Then it's productive, which means you can develop your app while it's running. So you can build your applications using or Visual Studio Code. So there what you can do is you can launch one of the mobile that could be either Android or iOS. So you can work simultaneously, you can work on the code and see the output as well. So that's how it's productive. And so you can make beautiful applications using different kinds of animations in Flutter. There are various kinds of widgets which you can use. You'll be learning in the further sessions. So stay tuned for it. Okay, so Flutter is also open, which means everything is free and open source. How many of you are aware of open source? Have you worked on it or you know something about it? Okay, so what it actually open source is a open source software. It is publicly accessible. You can make some changes in it, or if you have some feature in mind, you can just modify the code and commit your changes. So if the person finds it useful, they can merge it with their own code. This is called open source contribution. So okay, so now you might be wondering, like, what's the future perspective of using Flutter in the business? So how it's going to help them and you as well. So the biggest Flutter benefit that most businesses think of is only having to hire one team, which can work both on iOS as well as Android. So there are many modern tech companies, they are moving towards Flutter. They are hiring Flutter developers in a huge amount. So they also want to build an advanced mobile app which have various kinds of features. So I would like to give you some examples here. So you might be using social media, I'm sure, and you Google Ads many times, and you might have not used the app personally, but there might be some recommendations that you would have got at some time or the other. So their mobile app of Google app, it's built using Flutter, and you might have heard of Cred. It's also built using Flutter. And if you're into e-commerce, there's the world's biggest e-commerce website, Alibaba. They are planning to make a mobile application using Flutter. So why just Flutter? Because it has excellent design and development features. It helps all the developers as well. So there are a few organizations which are already working on the Flutter apps, like Google I mentioned, and BMW, Dream11, Tencent. If you have played BGMI, you might know. Okay, so let's begin with the Flutter Festival. What is Flutter Festival, and what you are going to So basically, it's a community event series where developers can join to learn fundamentals of Google technologies. So you will be learning about Firebase, Flutter, and many more things within it. So you will be building beautiful applications with Google technologies. Okay. So there will be various events that we'll be conducting for you in the month of March. So there will be 4 hands-on workshops featuring Flutter Festival content from basic to advanced. So you don't need to have there's no prerequisite for it. So just start with the very basic, start attending from the day one. So you'll get a good idea of it and you can make wonderful applications. Also, you will be working on the Flutter Puzzle Challenge with your community. Okay, so now after you have made the application, the next step is that you will be contributing to the open source projects. So to the dev library, your code to certain conditions, and the evaluation is going to be done on the basis of freshness of the content, how compliant it is with the tech version, which language you have used, and what's the understanding of the topic. So the submission there till March 30th. So make sure you already start working on it. We'll be conducting sessions, so you'll get a lot of help also. And the is going to be given by the Flutter Festival facilitator, Nikon Saraf. He'll be conducting further sessions for you and workshops as well. So if your project is selected, you're going to earn various GDSC goodies, and they will be including t-shirts, stickers, and many such prizes. Also, it's not just limited to this. You can add your Flutter project into your resume. So it's going to help a lot during your interviews also. It's going to boost your profile. So make sure you do it development. This event is starting from the 27th, which is today, and the first session we have conducted almost it's going to end. So it's till March 30th, and March 30th is the last day. You have to do all the submissions till then. So you make sure that you register your event, and you will be receiving regarding the schedule. So make sure you keep an eye on it, and you RSVP for the further sessions. All sessions will be conducted in the month of March. So I'm sure many of you will create amazing applications, creative, beautiful, fast, and in a productive way. So thank you for attending. If you have any queries regarding this, please ask.
Yeah, and I think one more point I would like to add, like after the end of this festival, like you will get at least one project if you're working with Nikunj, like he will be guiding you, and like you will people will add able to add that project in your resume, and like it will be going to help you to learn new technology, and rather if you find interest in Flutter, then you can explore more, like create do open source contribution as well apart from this. So I think that would be going and very learning experience for you guys. They can ask in a Q&A section where we're going to answer. And before that, like how you can register for this, we're going to share one Google form. And there you can register even if you like someone is not here and willing to participate, later on they can like message Hirsch, like that also from there also he can register, but like to getting the advantages of goodies and all, you should be like registering with us. So I think Hirsch already shared the Google form link, so you guys may start registering. And if anyone has
Also,
any
if you're
questions,
not
so
a
we'll take.
part of the Android team, so you can also be added into that. Nikunj is handling
Yeah,
that team.
one question is there, like are they conducted? So I think Rashi already taken that question. They would 4 sessions, 4 workshops from basic to advanced. Don't know anything about, so you can join, but it would be good if you start joining from the first class. First, it would be good to understand the things how the things are going, rather joining in like between sessions and don't get for a project. Do we have to work as a team or individual? So like you will be making your project individually. The project won't be asked for a very high level project, but the project will be basic projects, but own with the help of our facilitator Nikunj, and he will be going to help you to RDI party. No, if anyone want to participate, participate. Like it's not limited to our college only. Even no, I think if it would be good if you make your project own rather than making a group, because it is starting from basic, like participating group is good when you are already aware of the technology, some part of technology, some part would be taken. So I think it would be a individualistic, individual. Yes, Sanket, you can expect from like basic to making a deploying a project where we're going to treat from that also. And the project would be like this, like you would able to add, you would able to make some more projects apart from. Is Flutter equivalent of Android Studio? Uh, I think you are not getting the thing like what Flutter is. So Rashi, would you take this question? I think he got confused here. Nihar.
Yeah,
Is Flutter equivalent?
yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So it's just a technology. It's like if you're into development part, like you have made web development projects, so you use some editors, right? You can even use text editor for Flutter. So that's even a great thing. So this is one of the editors only, like Android Studio and Visual Studio Code. You can code in it and make your Flutter projects. Like you would have tried Android at some point if you know. So it's equivalent to that.
Like, yeah, like in Android Studio, you can code Flutter, or like you just need to change some settings, and then like you'll good to go use Flutter on Android Studio as well. But like Android Studio is a text editor, something you can say, which have a lot of plugins. Like you can get a demonstrator software from where you can test your Android app. So like it would have a very heavy software, but like it's not a technology; it's just an editor. Working on Android seems a bit complex. No, it's not. I think you got confused. I don't feel that it is that much complex. Please share form link on WhatsApp as well. Harsh, I think you shared with students WhatsApp link.
No, no, right now I'm doing it. I think this is that is already present in
our Instagram. Instagram page. From there you can go. And
Flutter is SDK, not code.
exactly, it is not a code editor. The person is telling that Android Studio, it's a code editor. Till the 30th. So like we are expected to follow that from every Sunday, since we have to conduct 4 sessions. So we'll be thinking to conduct every workshop on each Sunday so that you people get enough time to implement what you learn in the workshop and how the things are going on. So like as the tentative plan is that we're going to conduct each event on subsequent Sundays from, I think, starting from 7th of the March. I'm not sure about it. Let me check dates. Yeah, I think 6th of the March. 13, 20, 27. Like can expect, but if
There would be some exams and all. We got news that their second exams
also
things accordingly.
And questions have been
Taken.
Except this, if you people out, like you can reach out to
Sure, Harish, Rashi, or
like in any of the group, you can ask question. We'll try to reply as soon as possible. And take this event as some learning curve. Like you're going to learn new technology,
which will be going to
add value in your resume, and in like it will going to make. So rather than looking for and all, focus on like how you're going to learn things, how this will be going to impact your career. In that case, it would be going to have being focused on. So that's the one thing I would like to tell you. So most of, and yeah, we'll share
the subsequent with the
people register
us on email. And
apart from this, we'll also share it on groups. So those who are registering, please make habit to check your emails, because I think this is a really, if you are a first year or second year student, please focus on like checking your emails daily.
Anything else
still remains would you like to share?
No, that's it. I think most of them are from first and second year only, I think. Here right now.
Yes.
So I think
I think till the end of the first
semester they would be,
if they focus
having one,
they would be having grasp on one technology, so it would be going to help in making projects in second year and then looking for internships as well. So let's we are really excited to see you guys in upcoming events. Question is there, what is this event is going to about? I think Rashi already shared all the details, but in a brief, it is going to about Flutter. If you don't know Flutter, you can search on it. Basically, it is you can say some sort of technology like Android, where you can do a cross-platform development. iOS, like she shared, some 7 to 8 domains are there on which one single piece of code will going to work. So basically, you can search about Flutter, then you will get to know about how it's like how in coming days how it's going to boost. So it's all about that. So I think we can conclude the event. It's 11:53. Most of the questions already been taken. If anyone have any doubt,
like they can ask.
How many days? Like how many days? I didn't get the question. So is it going to be a self or a project?
So basically, it will going to be a project-based learning, like where
Nikunj will be teaching you because he's already a lot of knowledge. He's very excellent Flutter, so he'll be going to teach you how the projects were, the details, minute details, how the things will be going on, and then you'll try to build a project with him. Some assignment will be there, you'll try to make that, and then in that way you'll learn. Like rather learning if you are trying to learn self-learning, that is also okay, but I think when someone is there to guide you, that would be a great. Will the workshop last? Yeah. Will it be complete program including basic to app building with Flutter? Yes, like we already that details. I think this is from basic to advanced, so you need not to worry about things. Okay, so I think thank you guys for joining this event. We are really excited to see you in further. And if you're really interested, please try to join from workshop. Any workshop, then you're going to face difficulties, not get the things well. But it will be going to be a very interesting workshop. Try to be focused and learn more and more possible. Like you can get a Google from WhatsApp group link from our Instagram page. There you'll find a link tree. There is a Google form. You can fill that Google form and you'll get added to our WhatsApp groups. Okay. So it is tentatively start from 6th of March. Yeah, if you want to get goodies and also then you have to share. Like it would be telling you whether you are really learning or not. You are just attending and muting the session. So it would be telling us that yeah, you are learning. So that's why it's like required to share your code with us. Be it any kind of code, how we don't care about the quality of the code. We just try to get that whether you are doing. That's why we are required your. Our exams are from 8th. So yeah, but like we are on Sundays, so I don't feel that your exam will be going to be affected in any manner, and we'll figure out if it is the problem of many more students, and then we can like figure it out something else, some other manner. Okay, so like I think we have taken most of the questions. We are good to conclude. Rashi.
Yeah, sure. Thank you everyone for joining. We'll conclude the session.
Thank you guys, and we'll see you next workshop. Please be on time. Thank you.